Hello and welcome back to episode 3. This is the 5th video of my series on polynomials, and today we're going to be studying the basics of deriving the cubic formula. So the first step we look at is we let x equal u plus v, so the sum of two numbers. And we say that it would be nice if we were dealing with a perfect cube. So we work out the perfect cube and we say u plus v cubed is equal to u cubed plus 3u squared v plus 3uv squared plus v cubed. And then we take a look at this and we say these two things can be factorised, and we factorise them by u cubed plus 3uv u plus v cubed. And now we've got an x term here and an x term over here with the u cubed plus u plus v cubed. So then we have u plus v cubed minus 3uv u plus v minus u cubed plus v cubed, and that will be equal to 0. I just haven't got enough space. So now that we've got a cubic, I should quickly add before I move on that this is a cubic of the form x cubed plus px plus q equals 0. And this is the simplified cubic, which is the easiest to solve. So all of our next few videos will be talking about this type of cubic. So next step we're going to do is we're going to compare coefficients. And what that means is we say that x cubed relates to that one, and the coefficient is 1 and 1 here. We have 1 on both of them. And p is multiplied by x, and we have x here. So therefore, we can say that p is equal to negative 3uv. And we can say the same thing for q. So q is equal to negative u cubed plus v cubed in a bracket. First thing I'm going to do is I'm going to change that to negative q is equal to u cubed plus v cubed. Then I'm going to divide by minus 3 here, and that will give me p over minus 3 is equal to uv. I'm then going to cube this, and that will give me p over minus 3 cubed is equal to, I'm going to write this in another colour, you'll see why in a moment, u cubed v cubed. And then we multiply this entire equation by v cubed, and we'll get negative qv cubed is equal to u cubed v cubed, see why I wrote it in red, plus v cubed squared. Then we can substitute because we have our u cubed v cubed in both of them. So then we have minus qv cubed is equal to minus p over 3 cubed plus v cubed squared. There are a lot of cubes in this equation. And if we look at this, we now have a quadratic in terms of v cubed. So we can write that we rearrange this to form a proper quadratic. This will let me change to my rubber. Good. And now we have v cubed squared plus qv cubed plus, or minus, because I can take the sign out, because it's a cube, so it won't change the sign, minus p over 3 cubed is equal to 0. And now we can just solve with the quadratic formula. So we say that v cubed is equal to plus or minus the square root, no, I'll write that again. V cubed is equal to negative q over 2 plus or minus the square root of b squared q squared minus 4ac, so that will just be plus 4 p cubed over 27. And that is over 2 as well. And because it's v cubed, we can now cube root both sides, and so that will be equal to the cube root of negative q over 2 plus minus the square root of q over 2, that q almost looked like an a there, didn't it? Q over 2 squared plus p over 3 squared, which is just another rearrangement of this expression, including this 2. That's here. And now, because we know that x is equal to u plus v, and v is just the conjugate of u, we can then say that x is equal to the sum of 2 cube roots. So the sum of, let's see if I can actually fit this in, the sum of minus q over 2 plus, that's important because we have a minus in this one because it's the conjugate. Don't ask me why. It has to be plus minus or minus plus. It can't be minus minus, and it can't be plus plus. I don't know why, but it can't be. Plus the square root of q over 2 squared plus p over 3 cubed, negative q over 2 plus minus the square root of q over 2 squared plus p. Will I fit it in? Oh dear, I haven't fit it in. That's a bit saddening. But that's your cubic formula, and I will go into far more detail about cubics in the next video, but that is the basics of deriving the cubic formula. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed that video. Let me know in the comments what else you would like to see, and I will see you all next time.